Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Columbia County's been affected by the flooding as the banks overflowed the roadways. Rushing water from Fishing Creek flooded roadways throughout the west end of Bloomsburg. Police asked residents of the area to evacuate their homes.
It happened really fast. I was out back looking at the creek, and it was only up to the bank, and then I left for maybe 10-15 minutes, and I came back and it was to my backyard.
Bloomsburg resident Olivia Rimley has already evacuated with her family as a precaution.
Scary. I didn't know what to do. This is my first time in a flood. I've never lived in a flood zone before.
Bloomsburg's Fire Police Lieutenant Ken Hillman directed traffic as debris floated through the roadways.
Just keeping everybody we can away from the floodwaters and trying to get the evacuees out of town.
Benton was also hit by Fishing Creek as it escaped its banks. At least 5 water rescue crews from central Pennsylvania were called in to help residents get to safety.
Everybody is pretty much focused from Stillwater, Orangeville area all the way up to Central. I know North Mountains Fire Hall took a hit. They moved their equipment out and stuff, but we were up assisting them. So, yeah, it's just been one thing after another today.
Fishing Creek gave both Bloomsburg and Benton flooding problems back in 2011. However, West Creek also became a problem, trapping residents in their homes. Firefighters have been doing a number of welfare checks since throughout Benton. Both Bloomsburg and Benton are just 2 of the many areas in Columbia County being affected by the rapidly rising waters. Schuylkill County was one of the hardest hit places, with water rushing down streets and into homes as well. In the city of Pottsville, Progress Avenue was covered with water Monday. By this morning, the water receding but leaving a muddy mess behind. Progress Avenue turned into Progress River most of Monday, some of the worst flooding that the city has seen in some time. Just down the road in Port Carbon, much of the same scene, water flooding the center of town and many residents' basements filling with water.
Coming straight down, and we were able to pull 2 of our cars, one car all the way up there and the other car over there, and then it just started pouring. It was at the bottom step of the basement, and then the next thing you know, it was at the top step.
I looked out the back, and it was only to the back of my garage. Within 20 minutes, it was up to the back of my house.
In Tremont and Pine Grove, much of the same. It's the 3rd time these 2 communities have been flooded this summer. Many residents spend most of the day cleaning up their yards and homes. At last check with emergency crews, no one was hurt. State officials are here checking out the damage. The governor was here last month surveying the damage done the last time that flash flooding hit. Luzerne County hard hit as well. Hazel Township saw flood damage that's in need of repairs. Although the problems in Hazel Township aren't unique, all the rain is taking its toll on the area, causing everyone problems.
We have a big problem right now in the Humboldt Industrial Park that our roadmaster is going to take care of tomorrow, and it's collapsing pipes. It's old pipes that can't handle the amount of water that we're getting. And we're getting unusual amounts of complaints from residents about their yards flooding and all of that, and the infrastructure not being able to handle it.
Township Chair Jim Montone said it's hard to explain to residents that even the best systems in the world can't handle rain in these amounts because it's just not the norm.
But we've had some drain boxes that are caving in, and our road crew's been very busy trying to get around to fix those. But hopefully before the weather breaks, we could fix it all.
Hazel Township wasn't the only municipality affected by the rain, as many throughout Luzerne County are also dealing with similar damage and cleanup. This afternoon, Attorney General Josh Shapiro releasing the grand jury report into 6 of the state's Catholic dioceses. That report covered reports of sexual abuse in the Allentown and Scranton dioceses. The over 1,300-page total report outlines each of the 6 dioceses and the cases that were reported or found in each of them. According to the report, there were 59 predator priests from the Scranton diocese, 37 from Allentown diocese, 45 from Harrisburg, 41 from Erie, 20 out of Greenburgh, and 99 from the Pittsburgh diocese. The AG condemned leaders in the Catholic Church for hiding the report of abuse. The report outlines that Father Thomas Skotek, who served at St. Casimir Church in Freeland from 1980 to 85, sexually assaulted a minor female who became pregnant, and Skotek aided the girl in obtaining an abortion. The report states that diocesan records obtained by the grand jury showed that then Bishop James Timlin of the Scranton Diocese was fully aware of the conduct by October of 1986. Later, Skotek was moved to St. Stanislaus in Hazleton for a little over a year before resigning. Then Bishop Timlin accepted Skotek's resignation and sent him for evaluation in Maryland before reassigning him to St. Aloysius in Wilkes-Barre. In a news conference this afternoon, after the report was released, current Bishop Joseph Bambara of the Scranton Diocese apologized to the victims in the report. He also addressed the actions by Bishop Timlin, saying protocols for addressing allegations have since been changed and are transparent moving forward. As far as Bishop Timlin is concerned, the diocese will be looking at his participation in events going forward. As for the question brought up of him being removed of his abilities to function as a priest or bishop, Bishop Bambara said that would have to come from the Pope. The full report is available on the Attorney General's website and the WYLN Facebook page. A tractor-trailer drove off the side of the I-80 bridge this afternoon in Butler Township. The section of the bridge runs over Honey Hole Road in Drums. The tractor-trailer drove off and into trees and water below. The driver not injured, but the truck withstood plenty of damage. State Police and Butler Township Fire Department blocked part of Honey Hole Road until the tractor-trailer could be towed out of the water and wooded area. A man from Colorado who was intoxicated and spit on a police officer after refusing to leave Mohegan Sun Pocono Casino was arrested Sunday. Police say they were called to a report of a disorderly male at the casino. Security officers told them an overly intoxicated man had refused requests to leave the property and acted aggressively. The man, identified as 30-year-old Roman Williams of Aurora, Colorado. When police told Williams he was under arrest, that's when he began to fight with officers. Williams was charged with felony counts of criminal trespass and aggravated harassment by a prisoner, as well as misdemeanor counts of simple assault, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. He was arraigned Monday morning and sent to Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $15,000 bail. Coming up on WYLN News, public meetings in Hazel Township, plus time to test the sirens. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We still have some heavy rain possible in thunderstorms, then clearing by the morning, the overnight low 62. Sunny tomorrow, a dry start, then they're back, scattered showers. We'll be right back.
When Matt Cartwright went to Washington, he left the truth behind. I'd never cut Social Security or Medicare. My own mom relies on it. The only person who ever voted to cut Medicare is Matt Cartwright. He attacks me while voting 96% of the time with Nancy Pelosi. calling her wonderful. Northeast Pennsylvania deserves better. In Congress, I'll strengthen Medicare and Social Security for years to come. I'm John Schrin, and I approve this message.
Hi. I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
A woman from Hazleton facing charges after allegedly assaulting her son Friday afternoon. Police say 49-year-old Maria Fabian was charged with simple assault, endangering the welfare of children, and also committing offenses and unlawful restraint. The victim told police he was struck in the face and fell onto a couch where his parents continued to hit him while he tried protecting himself. The beating continued when he fell onto the floor, where he was kicked and tackled. The son held down while the parents attempted to tie up his arms and legs. Then Fabian allegedly grabbed a knife, holding it to the boy's throat and telling him not to move. The boy was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for treatment. She was taken to the Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $25,000 bail. Schuylkill County Crime Stoppers and State Police Frackville are asking for the public's help in obtaining information on a 2012 fire that claimed the life of a Shenandoah man. Police say the July 7th fire started around 9 p.m. on West Columbus Street and resulted in the death of Samuel Natolo Jr. The fire marshal determined that the fire started outside the home. Now, Schuylkill County Crime Stoppers are paying up to $1,000 for any information that may help troopers with their investigation of the fire or on any unsolved crime in Schuylkill County. Anyone with information is asked to call Schuylkill County Crime Stoppers toll-free at 877-847-7472. Callers can also relay their information directly to state police by calling 570-874-5300. All information received will remain confidential. Hazel Township held special public meetings before holding their monthly meeting last night. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Hazel Township held special meetings for public comment before holding their monthly township meeting last night. One special meeting was for public comment on the revision of an ordinance regarding the maximum height a hotel can build to in Hazel Township. The ordinance currently states a maximum of 3 stories, but one company was looking to build a 5-story hotel.
So you have to make some changes there for that to happen. And tonight's meeting, we had public comment on it, where we had some representatives from other companies that have hotels that aren't happy about some of the things, and their points were well taken. So we tabled that tonight. We're going to go back and we're going to look at everything. We're going to look at the ordinance and look at some of the points that they brought up and see what we come up with from there.
The second special meeting was for public comment on the 424 extension project set to begin construction late next year. Residents of Partysville Road will also be happy to hear that the township finally approved paving it down. Hopefully within the next month or so, Partysville Road won't be such a bumpy ride. Hazel Township's next public meeting will be September 10th at 6 p.m. Reporting from Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Talon Energy will conduct the annual test of all the sirens in the 10-mile radius that are part of the Susquehanna Nuclear Plant Emergency Notification System. That test will be happening on Thursday the 16th at 11 a.m. Testing the sirens is an annual requirement. It helps ensure the station's emergency warning system is working properly. Now, during Thursday's test, the sirens will sound once, for 3 minutes with a steady tone, and again, that starts at 11 a.m. The public doesn't need to respond to the test. After the siren sound, local emergency alert system stations will also carry a message about the test. Emergency notification features on personal mobile devices may also be activated during Thursday's test. Coming up on Auden Reed's News Choice, don't get scammed. Pennsylvania State Police have what to look for in Community and You. Plus, race weekend means we have tickets. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Serve the Lord, Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. Everyone, I'm Gary Perna, and today we are continuing our discussion with the Pennsylvania State Police here on Troopers Tuesday to talk about scams and devices out there that are targeting people. Trooper Pekowski, what are we seeing now? You know, we've always heard phone scams, people calling up, especially it seems like they target the elderly about, oh, maybe your grandchild's in danger or something that you need to wire money to right away. What are some of the things we need to remember, especially when it comes to our elderly relatives and family members about those kind of phone calls?
Right, and that's a great point, and that's still going on today. The elderly are targeted specifically because they're very caring, very giving people. They're also very trusting. And anytime you mention a grandchild to an elderly individual, they'll give you whatever you want. Right. And these people who are targeting them, they know that. So what we tell them is, you know, look into it. Don't just automatically give somebody money or ask for an address. Where can I send it? Here's my bank account. Don't do that over the phone. It's just not important. If your grandchild needs some help, they're going to call you directly, not somebody else. That's just how it works. You know what? You can't fall victim to this. Just look into it. Hang the phone up and call somebody.
And you know, you say that my grandmother is in her 80s and doesn't answer the phone unless it's, you know, she knows it's somebody who's calling, you know, has all our phone numbers written down, everything. And I laugh because sometimes when you call and it rings and rings and rings, I'm like, are you screening it? Do you think it was me? But you know, that's something, you know, now with technology with caller ID and a lot of people now have cell phones where you can program everything into, which could still be a good and bad thing for all of us, really. I mean, I still get phone calls on my cell phone from telemarketers and stuff like that.
Right, absolutely. And you know what? A big one is the IRS. Okay, and the IRS will not call you and tell you that you owe money. And especially if you get a call and say, you owe this amount of money, but we'll reduce it today. That's a tip-off right there that is a scam. That's not how it works. The IRS will not call you over the phone and say that you owe them money, period.
We've also, over the last year, saw a lot of skimming devices, whether at gas stations, ATMs, where people are putting these devices on them where they're stealing credit card information. What are some things that we need to look out for when we're going to places like that, especially in outside open areas? What should we see? What should we do?
Right, so that's a good point. This is actually happening in our area. It happened not too long ago, and it's very simple. These individuals will put a device either inside where you actually put your credit card or over the keypad. And what that does is that actually sends information, and most of them use Bluetooth technology, and they only have to be a little bit away from the area, and they could get that information immediately on their computer. So some things to look for. Check the machine, whether it's an ATM, it's a gas pump. Check it out a little bit. Don't damage it, but before you insert your card, just look at it. If something looks out of the ordinary, ask an attendant. The part where you put your credit card in, just jiggle it a little bit. It shouldn't move. Nothing should be loose on it. The same with the keypad, because there's actually skimming devices that will go right over the keypad, and it looks exact. Look at it. Compare it to the next gas pump. Take a look. There's also a way, if the skimming device is using Bluetooth technology, and you have a smartphone with you, turn your Bluetooth on the smartphone and hit the scan button. If they're using Bluetooth technology, it will show up on under your Bluetooth, and what it will be is it will be a long series of numbers or letters that make no sense. If that comes up, ask an attendant. Always have them take a look at it, because they know their machines. If it doesn't look right, don't use it. Ask somebody, use a different pump, and always use gas pumps that are well visible to the clerks working inside that establishment. They're the ones that are typically the safest. Just be on the lookout. If it doesn't look right, it probably isn't. Ask somebody.
And you know what? When we saw it hit the area a lot, every day we were seeing cases of it. I had to stop for gas, and you almost, not paranoid, but you get into that thing going, all right, well, am I going to be the next person? And did the same thing. Checked the machine, looked over it, checked to make sure they were kind of the same. I mean, I use almost the same gas station every time. So, where you kind of have that rapport with the attendants you work.
With it, correct.
You know, and you talk to them, you're like, hey, has this happened here? Do you have anything going on? Which also helps. So. That is going on still, and of course we want everyone to be safe about it. With all this going on, if somebody doesn't feel safe using it, or if they see something about it, what should they do?
Well, they should go and tell who's ever working at that business that they're at, whether it's an ATM, go in and tell the bank, or if it's at a store or gas station, tell one of the clerks. And they could come take a look at it. They have people who service these machines. They will know and ultimately call law enforcement if something is found. On top of that, though, if you think you may have been a victim, or if not, a good reminder is check your account statements. Check, because a lot of times when these people get stolen credit cards, they'll make a couple small purchases with them, just to see if they work. And as long as they work, then they go and make the large purchases. You could call your credit card companies and tell them, I want to get alerts every time my card is used. And that's great, because if you're using your card and you get the alert, you know it was you. But if you didn't use your card and you get an alert on your mobile device, well, now you know what, maybe somebody has my information. Always be on the lookout.
It's sad in this day and age with all this technology. You think it was to be so easy on everybody, but yet those dangers are still out there.
Right, absolutely. You don't have to be paranoid, you just have to be aware.
Right, wonderful. All right, so again, if you see anything like that, say something. If you're at the gas station or an ATM, go in and talk to them. I know our bank that I use all the time had said, hey, if you don't feel comfortable using the machine, come on in, we'll take care of everything inside.
Absolutely, that's a great alternative.
And it was a lot safer, especially for, again, a lot of our elderly residents in the area who just maybe aren't safe with it. All right, Trooper, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have more here on every Tuesday with the Pennsylvania State Police here on Community in Wyln. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Appliances are right over there, and this is part of our furniture department.
Okay, but I'm looking for a mattress.
Well, you've come to the right place. Grand Central is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Sealy mattress dealer. We have Sealy mattress sets from only $199 and Stearns & Foster queen sets from only $45 per month. We also have interest-free financing up to 60 months. And remember, delivery and takeaway are absolutely free.
So we don't have to do anything?
Not if you buy your Sealy mattress at Grand Central.
It looks like I did find the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Grand Central in Hazleton, the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
FunFest is celebrating 40 years. Come to downtown Hazleton September 8th and 9th for Greater Hazleton's largest free family festival with great ethnic and festival food, activities, games, the animal show, fun inflatables, a car show, and great entertainment all weekend long. Fireworks start at 8 p.m. on Saturday, and on Sunday, it's the Great FunFest Parade. Admission is free, parking is free. Call 570-455-1509 or visit funfestpa.org. FunFest is made possible by these sponsors.
Tonight, we have a programming note to pass along to you. Wyln proud to sit down once again with the Bishop of the Diocese of Scranton for a special Wyln report. The special half-hour show will air tomorrow evening at 9 here on Wyln TV. Additional airtimes are also up on the screen. It is a commercial-free program and will air 6 times here on Wyln. And tonight, Wyln News has your chance to win 4 tickets to the ABC Supply 500 IndyCar race. It's happening this weekend at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond. Now, all you have to do in order to win the tickets to the Tricky Triangle is give us a call right now. Here's the number, 570-459-1869, extension 1172. Make sure you leave your name, your phone number, and the town you live in. We will then take all the names and enter them into a drawing, and the winner will be picked at random. Call now, and good luck. Counting down, turn the calendar page, 26 days till FunFest 2018, which is the 40th year for the upcoming street fair. On Sunday morning, you can join your fellow community members for a non-denominational interfaith service first thing in the morning. FunFest celebrating 40 years. Mark the calendar, September 8th and 9th. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
You're watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.